So we're out the Champions League at the knockout stages. We expected that to happen, but I still think we've managed to build a really good squad over the transfer window period with some excellent new signings to give us a real chance at winning the title this season. And today is really about getting our heads down and getting some league wins. And hopefully, come the end of this video, we will be top of the league, hopefully a nice little cushion, and in cruising time. That's hopefully the plan. As always, if you are enjoying the series and have been up to this point, then do be sure to hit the like button. That would be massively helpful, and I really do appreciate it. And since it is the start of the week as well, it is time to thank new patrons. And this week it is Lard, so thank you so much for that. That's very, very kind of you. And thank you, as always, to everyone else over there allowing me to do weird series like this. So thank you for that, and let's get going. So, what a perfect day to start. We host Bodø. Now, I believe we actually lost to Bodø, or drew with Bodø, rather, towards the end of last season, which is a little bit frustrating. But given the way the season has started, all of our main rivals have won. I suspect that our main rivals are going to be the usual suspects: Stabæk, Rosenborg, and Molde. And with them all winning on the first day of the season, it put a lot of pressure on us, but we did the trick. Even if it was a bit of a strange game where we were a bit tired from the Liverpool game, got a couple of set-piece goals, but sometimes you just need a little bit of that in order to get these wins over the line. And I think that's really what the mark of champions can be: winning games where you're not quite on it from an attacking standpoint. And I feel like Pontus Skoglund this year could possibly get double figures for us from random set pieces now that I'm targeting him more than Berntsson. And that was the idea of swapping the roles over on our strikers. Now, we've tried this once or twice before in the earlier parts of this save, and the reason I feel like it didn't work back then, even though we only had a small sample size, it definitely didn't seem to help us, that's for sure, was because the rest of our team was somewhat asymmetric. We were either playing, a CM or a Mezzala with a ball-winning midfielder in the midfield, and then we had wing-backs with like asymmetric supporting and attacking roles and stuff like that. And so it felt like changing over the tactical roles for our strikers seemed to unbalance the team, and for whatever reason it really worked the other way around. Now obviously I've already switched it. The difference is now the rest of our tactic is entirely symmetrical. We have both wing-backs on attack, both CMs are attacking as well, and every other role is completely symmetrical. So in theory, it shouldn't matter which side our strikers are on in these roles, and it could even benefit us massively. The reasoning for that is, of course, Koki Kawamoto, right-footed player, Christopher Lise, left-footed player. Ergo, if we could get them on their correct feet a little bit more, maybe they'd have a better chance at actually scoring a few more goals, because Kawamoto has still let me down a bit this season, but maybe that's the biggest thing about it. Maybe if we get him on his right foot, going those shots across the goalkeeper, which always seem to be more successful, maybe that's the thing that will allow him to come to life this season, and that's what we really, really need. And obviously, this is not going to be our lineup for today. We'll do a selection of ice, and then I'll sort this out. Lovely little link there between Kawamoto, Lisa, and Rakic. But then when you look behind her, we've got Tokic and Torsby. That front five are extremely good. Cornic on the right, Uya Hauger on the left-hand side, who's just been called up for the Norway squad. Man has not been touched by the Norwegian squad at any point in his career. Moves to the Tromsø, and they're just like, well, now we've got to try. I've been impressed with Sergio Sarria so far. Really impressed. I think as that covering centre-back, he is very, very good indeed. If there was ever an opportunity to get a libero into this type of system, it feels like it'd be a player like Sarria, but I just think that would leave us a little bit too exposed. But what a player he is, and hopefully he'll continue to exceed my expectations. But I also wanted to quickly highlight Christian Borch-Greving, 34 years old, retiring at the end of the season is he. But so far, since he's been at the club, he's been a very, very useful player, just because of the sheer amount of assists he's managed to get from playing as a backup player. He's not the quickest, he was just good for us when we needed him the most, and already 2 assists in that first game of the season. It's the derby, we're ready to go. I want this team to go out there and absolutely show me what you're capable of. Our key is just not to get too bogged down in the occasional bad result. As long as we're right in there, that's what matters. Occasionally we're just going to lose games. You can't really have perfect seasons, certainly not when the league is as competitive as it is. We just need to make sure that we're better than average, and that's really the key. I think in the past I found myself getting bogged down in individual results, whereas we want to look at the long-term progress. This is a big one. We had a really good record against Bodø when we first took over the club, actually. Seemed to regularly beat them, even before we were particularly structurally sound, so to speak. Colombo, though, is a very good player for them. We've got to be careful. Don't foul him. Ube, and it's a good save from Johansson. Colombo, Salafu. Some lovely build-up from Bodø here. Colombo's in beside, and it's a good save again from Johansson. Strong start from our local rivals here. Back for Lisa again. Clips it inside for Tokic. She's into the box. Back for Lisa. It's a brilliant finish from Christopher Lisa on his left foot from the edge of the area. Not even a situation where a left foot would have been that helpful, but he's got the goal. Tromsø 1, Bodø 0. It's a really dingy day here. Rakic drops another one, and keeper's missed it. And Lisa couldn't fire it home with the header. I'd say the first half's been less than emphatic. It is -7 here at the Alfheim. Bodø's, most of their chances came in the first sort of 15 minutes of the game. Since then, we've slowly been stretching our legs, getting more and more possession ever since we went in front. Just the one shot on target, though. Definitely need to pick that up a little bit, but they're a tough team. They're compact, and being in front is the key. Smacking it across, and it's a good header. Good clearance again from Johansson. He's done what's needed to be done today. I trust Sarri to be a really calm head, though, in our defence. That's what I will say. I feel like he's not going to make too many mistakes. Torsby, round the side for Kawamoto. He's on his left foot, unfortunately, but can he win a pen, maybe? Pulls it back. Oyahog! Good save. Someone needs to drop deep and get involved here. Tokic, brilliant hit. Oh, it's in! Okay, Tromsø 2, Bodø 0. Nikita Tokic now with his first goal for the club. Just comes deep and absolutely smacks it, and Sebastian's really let that one slip. Rodriguez pops it around the side for Rakic, out for Borchgrevink, knocks it around the side for Sibanda. Nice to see him going on in the league here. I brought it on for Kawamoto. Lovely ball, and it's a great try. Over the bar, though. Not Kawamoto, sorry, Rakic. Around the side for Rodriguez, and it's 3-0. Hernan Rodriguez, lovely run from deep. Tromsø 3, Bodø 0. We do be looking good, my friends. Back-to-back clean sheets on the opening 2 games of the season. There we go. Winning the derby, very nice. Just an extremely professional performance from the guys. Lisa, Tokic, and Hernan Rodriguez. Lovely football throughout. I think Sergio Sarria did spectacularly well in our central. The thing I like about him, obviously he's not going to win a lot of aerial challenges, but one thing I have noticed is a lot of the time he doesn't even try, and he'll just back off by about 3 or 4 paces and maintain that defensive line. So we're not going to have that situation where our middle centre-back comes out to try to win a header, and it leaves a huge gap when they inevitably lose the header. It feels like Sarria's just going to sweep up there, and, well, he was the best defender all night. Really, really proud of him, honestly. Just a great performance all round. Sibanda looked good off the bench as well. Kawamoto was putting up good numbers even if he wasn't scoring. Something looks very solid about this now. Really, really good. Now, obviously, there's still a lot of work to do, but 2 wins out of 2, no goals conceded, top of the league with the best goal difference so far. Rosenborg and Molde, of course, maintained their records, but Stabæk, despite that huge win, did lose to Molde, so they already fall 3 points off the top, and that's the sort of start that we need. Now, we do have Rosenborg today, as well as Molde in the second live com, which is quite away from today. We're going to try and get through like 12, 13 games, hopefully, in today's video to really get this title race underway. But 2 for 2 to start off with. We've now got a little international break, so we can kind of just keep going. I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. We look very composed. Excellent news. Nice patience. It's an interesting decision here. Looks it down for Kawamoto. Great finish. Koki Kawamoto. Vålerenga 0. Tromsø 1. Can we make it 3 for 3? Molde already are, so the battle is on. Cornish round the side for Jesse Rakic, and it's 2-0. And well, that is a lovely piece of football. Vålerenga 0. Tromsø 2. Rakic on the end of it, and we look very, very good today. Liuba with the delivery. And it's in. It is in. Trond Skogli, 1 back for Vålerenga, massively against the run of play there. Rakic drops 1 in, and it's Lisa at the back post. It's 3-1. Christopher Lisa's 2nd goal of the season, and hopefully that should put this game to bed for us. Hopefully. Very comfortable win in the end. Vålerenga 1, Tromsø 3. Gave up a goal from a corner. Do need to look at that for a second, but there we go. Kawamoto, Rakic, and Christopher Lisa with the goals, but everyone just played brilliantly again. I didn't quite keep the clean sheet this time, but we were definitely due a goal to concede, and we're definitely performing above ourselves at the moment, and that's exactly what we need to do. Really, really good again. We stay top of the league. Rosenborg and Molde stay with us on 9 points apiece as well. This league is outrageous. The quality at the top is insane. Stabæk, of course, sitting in 4th place as well. They've won 2 out of 3 and have a good goal difference. We're only top on goal difference right now. We're just going to have to win every game this year, it feels like. Of course, next up, it's against Rosenborg. So this is where the title could take a bit of a turn, but we're top at the moment. Let's savor this moment, shall we? Got a lot of work to do. Just finds a little angle, drops it through. Kawamoto's on the end of it, and it's Rosenborg 0, Tromsø 1. Big goal. We want revenge for that ridiculous 4-3 from last season. Good goal, Koki. They really do look like they've ingrained in this tactical style now. Torsby could go for a goal himself. Morten Torsby! Rosenborg 0, Tromsø 2. First goal for the club for Morten Torsby, and we're 2-0 up away at Rosenborg and cruising at the moment. This is brilliant. Tons of bodies again. Torsby, Kawamoto, Lisa again. Oh, okay. Overplaying it a bit there. Maybe not. It's 3-0. It's 3-0. Koki Kawamoto. 3-0 in the first half. Wow. Okay. This has to be our year, surely. Diomande from the spot to give Rosenborg some hope. And he does. 10 minutes to go. Still got a 2-goal advantage. Disappointed to give away the penalty, though. Well, there we go. Rosenborg 1, Tromsø 3. And away, we've had 3 of our first 4 league games this season as well away from home, and we've managed to win all 4 of them, including away at one of our biggest title rivals. Now, I know it looks closer on paper, but really, we had this game put to bed in the first half. The penalty makes them look better than they are, honestly. We were superb once again. 2 for Kawamoto, 1 for Morten Torsby, and this has to be the year. We've looked a cut above every single opponent we've played so far this season, and really, I mean, we're exactly where we should be right now. Us and Molde, 4 wins out of 4 apiece. Obviously, Bodø in there too. Rosenborg with their 3 wins out of 4. But obviously, Stabæk, of course, with already 5 points off the top, the reigning champions. So after such an emphatic start to the season, I mean, every point drop matters this season. And I think it could be down to just us and Molde going on a mad one this year. Maybe. But we'll see. It's still very early days. We've had good records in the early stages of seasons before. We just need to keep this going. But at the moment, looking very nice. They're a mid-table side. These are the kind of games that can be a bit hit and miss for us in the past. Samba, Hassam, lovely build-up actually from them. Hopefully we can get away with this or win the ball back, but I do sense there's definitely something coming on the end of this. Stensrud, really patient build-up. They're not, like, I mean, there you go. It's a great finish. Glendis Montiel, 1-0 Salzburg. We have a hole to dig ourselves out of. The first time this season that we've been behind. How will we cope? But they've started really well. Rakic has a big chance to get us back into this match now. Massive moment for Jesse Rakic. Drills it home. Right, 25 minutes to go and find the winner. That's what we have to do now. Second goal for Jesse Rakic, but this is a big, big moment, I think, potentially. This is a long way out, and Roy Johansson's weirdly positioned here. He's moved across, actually, so he... Seriously? Tromsø 1, Salzburg 2. Torsby, big tackle on him. Cornic, Rakic drops it home, and it's 2-2. Jesse Rakic bailing us out here. A deserved equaliser, but now we've got 10 minutes to go and try and find the winner again. Was not to be in the end. I think obviously the penalty definitely boosted our stats a little bit. I don't think we were that bad, though. We were in the first half. We were very, very bad in the first half. Managed to pick things up again. Frustrating to concede the goal, the second one particularly. That's the most frustrating one. Like, he's miles away with the free kick, and it's just not been our day, really. We can't get bogged down in these, but again, the performances still remain good, and that's really the most important thing for me. But it is frustrating when you don't win these kind of matches. But we had to get a little bit of luck in there too. But Rakic again, absolute hero. I think that's probably man of the match for him once more. But frustrating, but we have to move. We should have won that game. We stay second in the league, but of course now go 2 points behind Mulder, who've won 5 out of 5. The leader. Oh, lovely ball around the side for Kawamoto. It's a good... Oh, it's actually scored on his left foot. Tromsø 1, Haugesund 0. Kawamoto nets his 4th goal of the season. He's certainly popping the goals away at a nice rate this season. I'm happy for him, particularly if he can find a pass, which he actually does brilliantly. Rodriguez, Rakic, here's the runners. There's one of them. It's actually Kawamoto again. He's on the end of it, and it is, I think, going to be offside. No, it's not. It's 2-0 to Tromsø. Kawamoto on the end of it for another goal. 2-0 up against the bottom club. Important win, hopefully. To Rakic, to Lisa. Around the side for Uyahau. Can we find it on Kawamoto again? Tokic, off the post, comes back to him. It's 3-0. Nikita Tokic. Rakic dropping a near post one. Here's Skoglund. It's 4-0 in the first half. Rakic with the assist. Pontus Skoglund on there. This will help the goal difference, if nothing else. But Mulder are winning again. Hopefully with something on the end of it. Ball through for Kawamoto. Onto his right foot. Takes it around the goalkeeper. Dinks it over him, and he scores. It's 5-0. A hat-trick for Kawamoto. Rodriguez this time with the assist. Well, this is good for confidence, if nothing else. Around the side for Åström here. Surely, oh, it's a goal. It is a goal back for Haugesund. Haldor Stenevik gets one back. It's 5-1, though. Please don't give them another one. 5-2 is very much not... Oh, my God, it's actually 5-2. Haldor Stenevik makes it 5-2. Come on. Don't give up late goals like this. It's dumb. Well, there we go. Tromsø 5, Haugesund 2. Disappointed to give up 2 late ones. We just kind of took our foot off the gas massively, and I couldn't seem to get them to, like, motivate themselves to try. As long as that doesn't happen in more serious games, then that's fine. But it's still a little bit frustrating that was the case there. But yeah, 5-2 in the end. Good result. Now, of course, league-wise, we once again remain second because Mulder cannot stop winning. They've now won 6 out of 6. They got an equaliser scored against them, but immediately went back in front. They're 6 for 6 this season. We're 5 for 6 with a draw in there too, and probably should be 6 for 6, really. But there's only so much you can really do when the other team in your title race is winning every single match at the moment. But, you know, 16 points after 6 games is a ridiculous record, but they've got 18 points. We had a cup match against Drummond. I just had to sit and watch this. 15-0. I think tactically we're definitely on the right footing. This was with a massively rotated side. You could see who was in this team, and we won 15-0. Steinberg Johansson got 7 goals and I think 3 assists in this game. What a performance. Sabanda got a hat-trick. There's just too much to go through. 15-0 in the cup. Like, come on. This is ridiculous. Borvola. Ball in. Clear. Don't foul him, please. No, it's 1-0 Lillestrøm. We've had the whole game so far, and now we're behind again. Mulder are winning their 7th game in a row at the moment. They just cannot be stopped. Rakic in space again. Clipping it through for Kawamoto once more. He's through. He has to do well here, and he does. Lillestrøm 1, Tromsø 1. Kawamoto's 7th goal in the league already this season. It's 7 for 7 for him. We need this, and we've got to turn it around this time. Went behind, unfortunately. Got ourselves level, and now I just don't want to see us throw it away again. Please. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Lervik with the long ball downfield. Flicked away, and one back? Okay, that's fine. No, it's not fine. What's going on? Oh, come on. Lillestrøm 3, Tromsø 1. They've won every game this season. Like, this would be a good start to the year, debatably, if it wasn't for that. But there it is. It's 3-1 Lillestrøm, and I don't think really we deserve to lose. But it is what it is. We've been better than every team, every play, every game this season. But it's just not going to be enough, I don't think. There's not been a game this year that we've looked like we were good enough or bad enough to lose. It's just that we somehow have. Still second in the league, but we're 5 points off the top after 7 games. They're winning. They had 10 men, and they still won away at Rosenborg. They are just on a different plane of existence at the moment, it would seem. It's not over yet, but bloody hell, man. Just need a good cross for someone. Torsby will win a penalty or something. I don't really care at this point. Cornic. Kawamoto blocked. Steenson drops it in the top corner. Tromsø 1, Kongsvinger 0. God, it's taken a lot of effort to get a goal today, but we finally found the breakthrough that we needed. Massive to the left-hand side. Can we at least make it 2 for the goal difference? Steenson pops it up. Torsby, and we do. Tromsø 2, Kongsvinger 0, Morten Torsby. Steenson's done excellently off the bench. We finally get the result, but bloody hell, when you see these match stats, just about what we got what we deserved in the end. Oh, they did have a shot. They had a shot in the 94th minute, apparently, because it's literally not even showing up on the XG chart. It was literally no shots up until that point. An absolute domination. Just about managed to get the win, but you could see how annoying that would have been had we not managed to. Just the 15 shots on target in this game. Well, at least we managed to bounce back and grab ourselves a victory. Of course, not that that makes one jot of difference, as Molde win their 8th consecutive match from the start of the season. This time they got the pleasure of hosting the bottom club today. We still remain second and with a better goal difference. Stabæk are now actually back into the battle a little bit, only 2 points behind us. Rosenborg, though, already 12 points off the top of the league and 7 points behind us with a negative goal difference. They're looking like not really competitive. It feels like Stabæk could certainly get themselves back into it, but what Molde are doing at the moment, it's impossible. Statistically, we are the best side in this league comfortably, but Molde are just winning matches. They've, I think, already got like 10 points more than they should do. It's insane. Through in the cup, away at Tronsdalen, did the standard stuff, played the rotated side. Steinberg grabbed a pair, Pedro Mourinho grabbed a pair. Pretty good standard stuff. Lillestrøm versus Molde in the other game, so that's really kind of important. A lot of points could be gained back for us today, potentially, if you find the right move. Ball through again. Kawamoto this time is onside and slots us 1-0 up. 8th goal of the season for him. He's only still just matching his XG, but he is still the top scorer in the league and smashing them in for now. So good in these little tight areas we are. Rakic switches through for Kawamoto. 2-0, and he's onside again. 2-0 to Kawamoto, basically. 9th goal of the season already in the league. I think he could get 25 for us this season. Strømsgodset have actually got us penned in for a bit. Long ranger. Oh, wow. Andreas Karlström. Out of nothing, Strømsgodset back in this match. That was a poor piece of goalkeeping from Johansson. That was literally their only shot of the match so far. Rakic's ball headed in off the crossbar by Christopher Lisa. 3-1 in the first half. They've literally had one shot and it was their goal. We're back in front. Thoroughly deserved. Our next game is away at Christensen as well. Big chances for us. Rakic dropping in between. I love it when he drops in between the two centre mids. Christopher Lisa now. Can you pop it back inside for someone? There's plenty of runners. One of them is Kawamoto. Great save. Really good stop on him. Oh, it's a chance for Tokic, and it's 4-1 in the first half. Kivrak with the assist, Tokic with the goal. It should have been a hat-trick for Kawamoto, but it doesn't matter. 4-1 first half. Well, there we go. In the end, very convincing win. Second half kind of tailed off a little bit. It just kind of slowed things down. 2 for Kawamoto, 1 for Lisa, 1 for Tokic. Good work. And Molde lost, which brings us right back into this. 2 points from the top. Lillestrøm, of course, have beaten both us and Molde. They're looking like on for a pretty good season so far this year. We move 5 clear of Stabæk again. Rosenborg grab a late winner, so we're still 7 points clear of them, but only 2 behind Molde now. Goal difference is vastly improved. Molde, I think, is just catching up with them a little bit. They'd only conceded 2 goals this season in their first 8 matches, and they should have conceded something like 10. So they've really managed to get some fortunate results there. Hopefully this is the start of us coming back into things. Only 2 points off the top. We look fantastic still. In the cup once more, did manage to get past Ranheim, only with extra time a bit, unfortunately. They had a goal really late in the game, which kind of forced us into a position, but there we go. Got it in extra time with Sabanda. Through again. Lisa. Nice round the side. Kawamoto brings it out the air. He's got support from Tokic. They're not going to get that. Oh, wait, they've given it to him. It's 1-0 inside 2 minutes. Nikita Tokic, 4th goal of the year already. Notice how our CMs are having no trouble smashing in goal after goal this season. We really do look a lot better, but what on earth was that defending? Rakic again swapping one in, and it's wow, it's not wide. Pontus Skoglund finally grabs the second goal. You'll see the stats after the match, how many more we deserve, but the point is we're getting the goals just about at the moment, and it's making up for the poor finishing of Koki Kawamoto again. Well, there we go. Christensen 0, Tromsø 2. How we only scored 2 goals in this game, I don't know, but the point is, I would have been very annoyed if they'd got one. Tokic and Skoglund with the finishes. We are creating so many opportunities, and it's just a case of eventually they just go in. I think Kawamoto missed maybe 6 one-on-ones in this game. It's not ideal, but thankfully he's still scoring, but he's still missing way more than he should be, really. And I think he's somehow still managing to underperform. It's incredible, considering he's top scorer in the league. Best news is that Molde failed to win against Kongsvinger. They took the lead and then fell level with them in the end, and we go top of the league after 10 games, and I think we deserve it. 25 points from our first 10 matches. Just that one defeat away at Lillestrøm. Our away record's actually been very solid. We've played far more away games. We've played 6 away games. Well, I say far more. 6 away and 4 at home so far this season. They only dropped points at home with those 2 to Kongsvinger as well. Lillestrøm back in the battle, Stabæk in there as well. There's sort of a top 4 emerging at the moment, but I feel like Lillestrøm will eventually fade, but their goal difference is pretty solid, and they clearly have something about them. Point is, we are top. I thought we'd sort of do a check-in. We're a third of the way through the season as far as league games are concerned. We've got Molde today. Massive, massive game, of course, and I thought we'd just have a little look at how we're doing. And so far, I actually think you can see how good we've been this season. We should have 23.1 points. We're just slightly above that with 25, so actually a little bit more above that, but you could see how much better statistically the numbers we're putting up this year make make me think that we are not just a little bit better than everybody else, we are a cut above. And I feel like over a full season, hopefully the points will be able to show that. Now, as far as European games this season, I'm going to be rotating our squad out if there's a league game, basically. So I will be, if we go out of Europe early this year, then we go out of Europe early this year. My aims are solely on the title race this season. So we'll be making sure we play rotated weakened sides for European games. If we do end up in the Conference League group stages or something, just because the teams we face are weak, then we do, but it's really not my priority. My priority is getting us a title win this season. That's what our task is, and I think statistically we look very good. You can see as well Mulder at +6 at the moment. Now, at one point they were up to +10, but they have dropped a lot of points in the last couple of matches, so they've kind of equaled themselves out a little bit, so it would appear that they clearly deserve to lose those games as well. So I still think that they're going to be our biggest rival this year, but I think that hopefully, over the year, we might be able to get a bit of a gap, especially if we beat them today, because that is our task. Starbek and Rosenborg play each other as well. Lillestrøm host Brann. There is the chance that they could actually sneak into second, potentially, if we were to win, or if Molde were to win, in fairness. Obviously, changes will be needed to be made for us, I would say. Unfortunately, Tokic has got a slight knock, so he will not be relevant to... Oh, not relevant. Won't be available today. Neither will Kivrak, unfortunately. But that does give a chance for Morten Torsby as well to come in. I've been very impressed with Hernan Rodriguez this season. I think he's done a really solid job of just linking that midfield up. Maybe not his ultimate job for us, but I think he's been fine. And so is Torsby. They're getting goals from there, and that's what the most important thing is. Although, Molde going with that same kind of system as us, it's going to be all about the possession again. And look at that front two, Riester and Finson. They are very good players. This is one of the most important games of the season. We've managed to haul back a 5-point deficit so far today after losing the 5-point deficit in the first place. And now we have a chance to potentially make it an 8-point swing in a space of 3 matches, which would be absolutely ridiculous and super duper important for us. If we play as well as we did against them last season, we should have enough in the tank, but it's really hard to tell with Molde. Well, 38 minutes gone. There's been one shot, and it was a Molde long ranger from, well, presumably a long ranger of 0.03 XG. Kalmoto's in though, and he's offside. It's been one of those kind of Molde Tromsø games. I mean, look at the statistics for this game. One shot in the first half. Oh god, no, please, not Rekdal. Johansson's onto it. Good. Get to half-time, we can assess things and try something different in the second half. But just not losing is really the key in this match, as always when it comes to the Molde games. But given how well we played against them last season, tore them apart really, it would be nice to see a bit more of that. But we have already had an injury to Øyhaug. So Cornish is over on the left-hand side now, and Borchgrevink's on. Now, if anyone can provide an assist, it is him. Here we go. Bit better. Ball through. Kalmoto. Great first touch. That's a poor effort, really. Has to go across the keeper there, and Nadetsky makes the save, but that's the best chance of the game so far. It might not have to be a set piece or something if we're going to grab anything from this. So Skogland saved again by the goalkeeper. Ego. Oh, well won. Slipping through. Lisa, where's the run? Oh, what a goal! Okay, that was not what I expected. Tromsø 1, Molde 0. Christopher Lisa's basically gone, no, we are winning this game. He's become our very own Steven Gerrard there. What a finish. Well, after 38 minutes of absolute boredom, the game finally came to life right before half-time. We had a flurry of little chances, and Lisa's put us in front. I wouldn't say deservedly so. No one really deserves to be in front, but the point is we are. Kind of did, actually, but wasn't good enough. Oh, my lord. That's a really good clearance. And Saria with a huge tackle, but it's not been good enough again. Goes for another big tackle. The ball is still at Hartveit Riester's feet here. Saria's kind of done all he can on that one. Another big... And Borchgrevink slid... Literally, Saria makes 2 outrageous tackles, and then Borchgrevink slid it into his own net. Flick down. Oh no, Datra Fofana from distance. Saved by Johansson. Big one from him there. Into the channel, and Hartveit Riester's there, and he's got the speed as well. I didn't think he was going to get through, but great save from Johansson. We're hanging on here. Can we come up with something here? We've really not had the better of this second half at all. Rakic, look at the space out wide for Cornic! Yes! Tromsø 1, Molde 0. No, sorry, Tromsø 2, Molde 1. Leo Cornic popping up on the left-hand side. Brilliant from Rakic. Oh my goodness. Matthias Johansson makes the stop. That's surely offside against Riester, right? He's on the goal line. Yes, he is. And that's 30 seconds that hopefully we can now kill from the free kick. Johansson just needs to hang on to this ball for a few more seconds. Drops it short. Goes to Skogland. Saria, play through the lines. Oh, wow, okay. Playing it all the way out there. And there we go! Huge win. Tromsø 2, Molde 1. Very, very fortunate. We were not good in this game. Neither were they, really. They had a couple of little openings in the second half, but it was mistakes that decided, well, both the opening goals, then Cornic's brilliance there at left wing-back with the assist from Rakic again. His 9th assist already this season gives us an enormous victory in the title race. Huge win, because incredibly, that sees Molde going from winning 8 games in a row, now down to 3rd in the league, as Lillestrøm leapfrogged them as well. We now move 8 points clear of Starbek in 4th. Rosenborg, of course, 10 points clear of them. 28 points from our first 11 matches is pretty bloody solid. What's that? 9 wins and a draw from our first 11 games. I think we definitely are looking like the best side. Today was a real test, but we've already beaten Molde and Rosenborg. It's excellent. did lose to Lillestrøm, but I just don't know if they're going to be quite in there for the long haul. Needless to say, very, very pleased. This has to be the year, and we just need to keep going like this, try to avoid any injuries, and we're in for this. Because as starts of the season go, it's actually pretty solid, really, when you look at it. Yes, there was the unfortunate defeat to Lillestrøm, but I'd say that was the first game, right there, against Molde, where we haven't looked like the better side. I think in the other 10 matches, we probably did. So it probably evens itself out quite nicely, but it's just nice to get a bit of fortune like that in a game against your biggest title rival. Now, of course, next up, we start off away at Arendal. You can see that it's a little while before we have any amazingly tough games again. It's that Stabæk game as well that we're really going to look forward to in there too. So definitely feels like this is the year that we're going to hopefully go that final step to winning a league title here. But I still don't think this is over. Molde are capable of winning 8 games in a row. I don't see why they couldn't do it again. So if you have enjoyed this, and I hope you have, drop a like on the video. That would be magnificent. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe. That'd be lovely too for more of this lovely madness. And I'll see you guys very soon. Hold your gun. Capybara. Bye-bye.